The Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe has indicated that it does not want to break off relations with Russia, yet it has given a subtle hint as to its position by starting to create a new annual budget without including the expectation of receiving Russian funds. Almost 2 years ago, Moscow stopped making its obligatory budget contributions.
We must also work for the best and maintain our efforts to find a way out. I hear that the Russian Federation strategy, often described as exerting economic pressure to achieve their goal. But together, member states have the power to remove this factor from the equation by contributing more to the budget and to prevent the deep and damaging cuts that will otherwise be necessary. We are talking about relatively small money for a big goal.
Indeed, Russia might be expelled from PACE for missed contributions in June, the 2-year mark since Russia last provided funds. The decision will be made by the Ministers' Committee of the Council of Europe, which is headed by the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Timo Soini.
I recall the Committee of Ministers' commitment to the independence, sovereignty and the territorial integrity of Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders. The basic principles of the European security, international law and respect for territorial integrity of all countries must be defended. We need effective rule-based multilateral cooperation to prevent instability and conflicts.
The budget sum the member countries will need to divide amongst themselves is only around 30 million euros. The Secretary General of the Council of Europe will present the final budget without Russia's contribution to the Procedural Committee. He has a meeting with the Ukrainian delegation planned for the same day.
An invitation was received from the Secretary General of the Council of Europe, Mr. Thorbjorn Jagland, to a meeting with the Ukrainian delegation tomorrow at 15:30. This invitation is obviously an additional signal that Ukraine holds an important role in the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe.
PACE continues its work on amendments to the resolution on the situation in the Azov Sea and Kerch Strait. The political committee has reviewed the amendments, and in addition, relatives of the captured Ukrainian sailors came for a meeting with the German member of the council, the author of the draft of the resolution, and others. They had a specific demand.
We met today with the ambassador to PACE and with European MPs who support us. Tomorrow we will meet a German member of parliament who will be resending the draft of the resolution. We want the amendment to be added that will recognize our boys as prisoners of war.
This was indeed an act of aggression that the ships were not only fired at. After the shell hit the vessel, tore open the hull, Russian ships continued fire. In reality, on Berdyansk, where my brother was, they barely survived. The armored hull saved them. The final text of the resolution regarding the situation on the Azov Sea and Kerch Strait, with all the amendments, is expected to be approved on January 23rd in the afternoon. On the 24th, after a debate, the members of the European Council will decide whether or not to pass the resolution. Reported by Yulia Bashko, UATV.